Hi again guys, I'm just going to do a very brief video on a pound dollar trade that I've just missed. Just wanted to quickly run through how the trade's set up for me um, and why I actually missed it. So we'll go back to the portion of the chart where the trade was setting up for me. We had this black bar here is the 10 o'clock start of the 10 o'clock data, so anything to the right of there is all live data. So I took my trade levels off the previous 4-hour completed bars on the pound dollar. Now because I was already long still on a trade, I used the low of the previous 4-hour bar as the short trigger, and I used you can see there the previous 4-hour bar. I used the low for my short trigger just to give the long trade that was open chance to run, and I used the close as the trigger for my long trades, any new long trades that would set up. So going back to the 89 tick chart, the blue line that's on there is the long trigger level. We can see price was above this level prior to the 10 AM data, the new 4-hour bar. Price has started to come back down, so I went through the process again of marking off the swing highs and lows. So we can see the red arrow there was a high, low, and then there was a lower low. There wasn't a high in between there. I just made a lower low on the movement. So as I follow the chart through, price came back to the long trigger level. We can see it created a pullback. There wasn't this is a lower high obviously in relation to that red arrow, but it created a pullback entry through the long trigger level. Now at the time I came to the chart, I came on the next bar. Price was moving fairly quickly. The actual entry on that bar was 153.85. That's including the spread and the rounding up. Price moved quite quickly, so I didn't actually manage. I wasn't quick enough on the mouse. I wasn't able to get the trade in on time. I followed it through, hoping that price would subsequently come back down below this level, so I could either look for a new trade or look to place the trade in the original entry point. As we stand at the moment, price has gone up. It's now 53.85. Sorry, was the entry. So my first target level would have been 53.85 plus 15. So that was 154.00. Price still kept moving sideways. I was sort of sat cross-legged and cross-fingered that it would come down to try and give me some sort of entry on it. Turned out it wasn't to be. Price moved down. We can see there that now price would have taken out where the first intraday target would have been. Again, this is just an intraday. It was just an intraday trade, as at the time the trade set up, I still had one part of my swinger trade set up. That's now closed out. It's hit the final target, and that's closed out. But at the time of this trade setting up, I still had one position open, so it was just an intraday trade. The daily ATR was just within limits. I think where the trade would have triggered, it would have been about 57% of the daily ATR done based off my data. So it was still a valid trade regarding potential. So as I said, price hit the 154 area. So for me, that was a signal for me to stop looking at this and hoping that it would come back down below the long trigger level. Once it's hit the first target, a class of trade has gone. So we can see it's hit the first target and it's moving up very nicely. 5400 was the first target, so 54.15 would have been the second target, and 54.30 would have been the third target. So we can see I would have been able to squeeze out all three of the intraday targets. So it's a little bit frustrating that I missed that purely because I wasn't quick enough with the mouse. it's not the end of the world. There are other trades. I've certainly had a very good morning, very good start to the week so far. So it's not the end of the world. It's just like I said, just a little bit frustrating that I missed it just because I wasn't quick enough. So what I'm looking for now is price to either come back down below this long trigger level to give back some of the potential for the day, and then maybe look for new trade setups, new long setups, or if it carries on going down, we'll assess the price where it is. And then obviously the next important time to look for is the 2 o'clock, which is when the new 4-hour bar starts, and I'll have new trigger levels depending on what price has done. Sort of in this 4 hours in the 10-2. If there is potential left, then obviously in a trade setup will take that, but I'll have to assess that when the new trade trigger levels arrive. So that's the pound dollar. Like I said, I just wanted to have a quick run through of why I missed it and what's happened since then. Yeah, so that's that, and hopefully we'll have a good afternoon as well as the good morning we've had. Thanks for watching again, guys, and speak later.